Sorry, it's just, I'm trying to get it there now, 1 second.
That's okay.
Can everyone see that? Yeah.
That's perfect, Clara.
And Mr. Ryan's on mute still, I don't think he knows.
Okay, he'll hang on till I can see him. I'll unmute him there.
Sorry, there you go. Sorry, Miss Ryan.
That's okay.
You think after this stage that we'd all be experts at it, but we're obviously not. But anyway.
We'll afterwards.
We will, yeah. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Miss Ryan. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the teachers who have joined us today. And good afternoon to all the parents and guardians who have also joined on today. But more importantly, a big welcome and hello to all of our sixers who were marking an end of year celebration today. I'm going to leave all the speeches and stuff like that till a bit later on, but this slideshow, before I forget to thank anyone, I really want to thank that girl that you might see on screen, Clara Bell Brown, who has worked tremendously hard in putting this slideshow together. And there's been lots of emails back and forth and phone calls and stuff like that to Clara and to the two other head girls, Isha and Anya, but in particular to Clara. Thank you very much, Clara. I know you were probably ready to kill me at some stage, but we got there in the end. Okay, so if you move on there, Clara, please. Okay, so that's why we're here today. We're here for a virtual end of year celebration and not a graduation, and it's those girls that we are here to talk about today. What we're going to happen is I'll just kind of start off and then I'll hand over to the main girls themselves. So Clara, roll the next slide, please. So the first thing I'll say to the sixers is as follows. Be brave, girls, and be positive in the future. Know yourself and don't be afraid to fail. That's very important in life. Cast your net as wide as possible and be courageous about meeting people and about having a go at something you haven't done before. Get outside of your box, try new things in the future. It's easy to feel defeated at times. We've all felt that, but these moments can be a challenge. And in my understanding of life, positivity attracts positivity. The exact same way as negativity attracts negativity. Try to be as positive as you can and surround yourself with people who are positive. That's very important. Because if you surround yourself with negative people, you will become negative. Next one, Clara. Get outside your comfort zone. I suppose every single one of us have been outside of our comfort zone at the moment. Don't only stick to the friends who are like you. Reach out and listen to those who have different interests and backgrounds. And most importantly, volunteer some of your time, because a lot of you in this year group have been tremendous examples of volunteers and stewards over the last 5 to 6 years. So please keep that up. And from Samuel Beckett, learn from your mistakes and persevere, remembering ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, and fail better the next time, because that's what life is about. Next one, Clara. Roll it there, Clara. So, as I said, girls, don't be afraid to fail. You'll see the little diagram there for success. Most of us think that it's a straight line. It's not. There's going to be bends. There's going to be curves. There's going to be people who stand in your way. There's going to be people who won't want you to succeed. And then there's going to be a lot of people who will want you to succeed. But remember that. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, very famous actor, whose best line was, "I'll be back." Very bad German accent there. He had 6 rules. And the 6 rules that I'd say to you to remember are: trust yourself, break some rules, not major ones, don't be afraid to fail, ignore the naysayers. And what I mean by that is there will always be people saying, you can't do that, or we do it this way, or we did it that way, or you should do it this way, or you should do it that way. believe in yourself, work like hell, and give something back, because that's the most important thing in life. Clara, next one. As Einstein said, once you stop learning, you start dying, girls. Take a piece of the school with you. Now, I mean not literally. So you're not to come in and actually take a brick or a chair or something from the school, because I don't own it. But over time, you will have absorbed not only information, but knowledge and skills, but also, I hope, what we stand for in Presentation Wexford, our values, our culture, and also our history. And you've been very lucky in that you've been part of that history, 202 years now. But you were there for a massive milestone when we celebrated 200 years. So please take a little bit of who we are as a school in your future. And take what you've learned in your experience and use it to make a difference in the world. That would be my first step to you. Clara, next one. You can go on. The next one is know yourself and stay in touch with who you are. Put friendships first. Your Leaving Cert grades will never be the way you were judged after this summer. No one in 5 to 10 years' time will ask you what you got in your Leaving Cert. Remember that. Friendships are crucial. And the quality of your friendships with girls and others is the measure that will matter at university and in life going forward. Go easy on your parents. They've been there with you for the whole journey. They've been there with you since you were born. They've done 5 or 6 years with you. And to them, primary school only feels like yesterday. And for some parents, the day that they brought you into junior infants only seems like yesterday. So don't bite the hand that feeds you. And when you go away to college, please God, or go away from Wexford, phone them sometimes, even when you don't need money. Okay, they would like to hear from you from time to time without looking for money. Next one, Clara. As you get older, and we all get older, girls, you'll get to know yourself better. Always be true to yourself. Never try to be what you are not. This is a recipe for disappointment and unhappiness. Back yourself and be yourself. Stay in touch with those whom you're in school with. Only they in your family knew you as a child. And keeping in touch with your real self will help you to be honest and true. And so don't lose the friends you made at school, because you will go different pathways from today. Next one, Clara, please. So I would say to you, look to the future, not back. No matter what you get or whatever exam results you get or expecting, you're at the start of a journey that is yet undefined. Grab that opportunity with both hands, get the little things right, be on time, treat others kindly, and work hard. Take time to enjoy this time of your life, girls, and keep your options open. Because when you look back, you will remember it as one of the best times of your life. School, they say, is the best time of your life. And get acquainted with as many people as possible. The more you know, the more perspective and empathy you'll have in life, as well as vital connections to get you where you want to go. Clara, I think there's one more. And finally, keep a sense of perspective, girls. Think carefully about the difference between what is written on your CV and what is said about them at their funeral. And that's very, very important. You can put stuff down on paper that doesn't mean anything, but what people say about you and your reputation is vitally important. There's a difference between the words we use to convey our ambition and the usefulness to the job market and the qualities and character traits that tell the deeper stories of our lives. Before the next slide comes up, what all those slides are, girls, just so you have an idea, are slides that myself, Miss Ryan and Miss Dooley would go through every year with you as a year group in the concert hall the day before you go off to Johnstown Castle. So I thought, just before we started, that it would be a nice way to kind of start the celebration a little bit of normality. You're not going to Johnstown today, but just a few words of wisdom that we've parted to all every other year group in my 5 years in the school. Clara, next one, please. So, I'll be back later on with what Clara has called my words of wisdom. Not too sure about that, Clara. And also awards. But for now, from me, it's over to the main people of today, to the students of class, the Leaving Cert class of 2020 in Presentation Secondary School, Wexford. You can roll it on, Clara.
Lord, I fight against change so often, settle into what's comfortable and what's known, but I know you are doing something new. Thank you that even when everything changes around me, you always remain the same, faithful, true, trustworthy, and full of grace. Please help me to know where to go and what to do. Show me when to say goodbye to the old and how to welcome the new seasons and opportunities. Please remind me of your presence and help me be strong and courageous, knowing that you are with me. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry, now we're having it won't.
All right, Clara, take your time.
No.
Last day of 6th year.
Yeah, our unknown last day as such.
Aoife O'Neill, is Aoife O'Neill there, please? Hello, Aoife. Is Aoife there?
I can't see Aoife at the moment unless she's under another name on somebody else's phone, Mr. Ryan.
Okay.
Well, oh, she just texted me there now.
And
she said she's muted. She said, can someone help her unmute?
she just presses the mute button.
She might have to tap the screen to get it, or if she's on a laptop, hover the cursor and it's down the bottom left-hand corner. I'm looking for her. Is she under a different name? And then I can unmute her. Clara?
It's Owen O'Neill, or E-O-O-N and then O'Neill, yeah.
Oh, I have him.
I see him now, yeah, I'm seeing. Right, it should pop up now.
Hello, can you hear me?
There you
Hello,
go.
Aoife.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay, the Nan-O'Nagle prayer. Lord God, you raise up people from age to age to speak anew your word to us and to show us your ways, such is Nan-O'Nagle. In days when courage is needed, you give us this woman of strength to walk before us with conviction. In days of great change, you present us with a prophet whose faith is firm. As the light of her lantern brought hope into the lives made wretched by poverty and oppression, so may she inspire us to compassionate action for those in need around us.
Thank you, Aoife. And so up next, we will have some music from Freya Murphy, Isha Davis, and Aoife O'Neill.
Such a time when Christ were waiting, longing to find some peace of mind, find a moment. I knew in time, such a time when God gets waiting, trying to see through darkness to free a heart without a soul. and keep it burning bright. We'll search the darkness where shadows seek the light. We'll find the courage to sing a different song. We'll light the lantern and go one step beyond. We knew a place, such a place in our future, where someone is lost, always a cost, with uncertainty. We know a space, such a space in our future, where love feels the pain, love lights the flame through the nights of peace. We will light a lantern and keep it burning bright. We'll search the darkness where shadows seek the light. We'll find the courage to sing a different song. We'll light the lantern and go one step beyond. We'll light the lantern and keep it burning bright. We'll search the darkness where shadows seek the light. We'll find the courage to sing a different song. We'll light the lantern and go one step beyond.
Well done, girls. Thank you, Freya. Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Aoife. That wasn't easy to do, especially when you're working remotely. But I'm sure Miss Mahan will be very, very proud, and I'm sure Nana Nagel herself will be very, very proud of that rendition of Who Will Light the Lantern. So thank you very, very much for that. Aoife Millin, are you there?
I think you might have to unmute Aoife, miss. Yeah.
Okay.
I've prompted. There should be a prompt coming up on your screen, Aoife.
Yeah, I got
Right.
it.
Hello,
Thanks.
Aoife.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, how are you?
Good. Very well, thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. When I look back on the past 6 years, I honestly feel such a range of emotions. I think about first year, finding out who my class was, and not having any friends in it. But I made a small group of really good friends soon enough. Although Trio 2 had our ups and downs, we had some good times. I'll never forget our 3 years with Miss Kenny. TY changed everything completely. We stopped being 4 separate classes and actually came together as a year. Most of my favourite memories of the Pres are from TY. That is, when I actually showed up, of course. The past 2 years, although I always worried would be ruined by the Leaving Cert being around the corner, I actually began to enjoy school more than ever. I've made lifelong friends with girls I barely knew 2 years ago. I will never forget at the end of 5th year, singing on the tables of the study hall loud enough the CBS could probably hear us. Our relationships with the teachers became so much more relaxed and open. I could sit here all day and talk about the past 6 years together. I will always miss the feeling of sitting at lunch and laughing so hard you can't breathe with your friends. I will always be sad that we didn't get the normal 6-year experience. But above all, I'll be grateful for the friendships I've made, the memories I cherish, and the things I've learned, not just academically. I will never be able to express how much I appreciate that the school tried to normalise everything as much as they could for us in the past few months when none of us knew what the future held. Thank you all so much for listening, and I'll see you in September.
Thank you very much, Aoife, for those lovely words. Clara, you may explain the next slide to me.
Yes, well, I got sent these pictures by Miss C. Ryan. I think I'm going to say it's first year, could be second year, but I think it could be first year. And I think it must have been like a coffee morning or like a well-being morning. So we're all the classes are together eating our cupcakes and stuff. It's quite strange to see all of us so young though.
I'm going to come in there, Mr. Ryan, and I have to say those photos are courtesy of Miss Kyo, who was year head at the time, I think, and yeah, she sent them on to me. She thought you'd appreciate them.
I would say that's second year then, Clara.
Second year, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, up next then we have Ciara Bridges. Ciara, where are you? Are you there, Ciara?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Sure, I'm very well. Thank you for asking. All good?
Yeah,
I love that big teddy beside you.
I know.
So over to you when you're ready.
No matter which road you choose, no matter how long it may seem, let your heart be your guide along the way if you want to fulfill your dreams. No matter the detours, the roadblocks, or dark nights, continue your heart's desire. Lift up your torch and don't be afraid to set the world on fire. You are the light of a new day, shine for all to see. Carry your knowledge from this day forward, blaze a trail for history. No one will ever be quite like you. Remember this important truth. We all have a purpose in this life, and it begins in our youth. Who you are now and who you will become is determined by your soul. And with your dreams in your heart to lead the way, you can conquer any goal. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ciara. And friend, what's his name?
Yogi.
Yogi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ciara and Yogi, for that. Okay. Clara, what's up next? Our adventures throughout the years. One is in Iceland, obviously.
Yeah.
The Blue Lagoon with Miss Redmond and Miss Croak and Miss Kyo.
Yeah.
And some from the ski trip, some from Glendalough, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Plenty of adventure over the years. Is Anna Carney there? Anna, you're up next.
Hello.
Hi Anna, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
And I see you have a teddy behind you as well.
Yeah, I do.
What's that teddy's name?
Spud.
Which?
Spud.
Spud. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever Spud and Anna are ready, off you go.
Okay. Hi everyone. When I was trying to sum up what sixth year meant to me, I came across a quote by Charles Atlas. True success is the development of self, which I think is a perfect quote to sum up these last 5 or 6 years. For me, when I look back over my years in the presentation, I don't automatically think of the knowledge I have gained from different subjects, although it is the main reason we attend secondary school. I think of the valuable life lessons I have learned and the positive changes I have seen within myself, my friends, my peers, and even some of the teachers. I was always a nervous person, never shy, but always nervous. I used to shake whenever I had to talk to new people or a group of people for a class discussion. I would avoid eye contact without even realising, and my face would turn as red as a tomato. So I tried to mask my nervousness with jokes or talking as fast as I could. Throughout my years in the presentation, I've become more confident in myself with the help from school activities, class projects, peer mentoring, and my time as a MEHA leader, which I absolutely loved. I believe that the biggest tell of a person's character is how we treat others and allow ourselves to be treated. Every day, from walking into my first class to watching the clock till it reached 3:30 in my last class, little by little, I found my self-worth and my voice without even realising my own accomplishments. And I am sure a lot of people can say that as well. I want to say thank you to the class of 2020, the staff, the teachers, Mr. Ryan, Miss Dooley and Miss Ryan for the friendships, guidance and fun we have had along the way. I wish nothing but the best to all of you in your life, and hopefully we can see each other in a more celebratory environment in the future. Thanks.
Thank you, Anna, very much for those kind words, and thank you to Spud also as well.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Stay safe. Okay, we've another few pictures. Clara, do you want to explain?
So I picked some pictures throughout the years of like different activities we did. So obviously we have, I think it's the hits down in the corner. We have some of the dress up days. I think we've Mr. Rowson's class dressing up in maybe second or third year, and then we've our most recent one at the top, and then we have the SVP Blue Day, which I didn't realise how scary I actually looked there in the middle. Sorry about that.
You said it, Clara. You said it, not me. Okay, thank you, Clara. We are up next by one of our deputy head girls, Anya Fitzgerald. Are you there, Anya?
Yeah, Anya should be unmuted.
There you are, Anya. Hello, Anya.
Anya, is your microphone turned up? Because I can see that it's on. It's just gone off again. I've just unmuted you again, Anya.
We can come back to Anya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we'll move on to next few pictures there, Clara.
Yeah, so we have another kind of selection of all them. I think the top one's from the Hicks again, and the bottom is from when a group of us went to see the Pope from school. And we're all decked out in our Kesht Pope gear. So then we have, I think it's when they went to the Build-A-Bank down in the right-hand corner, and then in the top, I think that's when we went, was it a bonding day in second or third year around that?
Right.
And we went to Shilbagan, I think it was, to do water sports. So that's a bit of everything again.
Very good. Thank you very much, Clara, for that. Up next is our head girl for 2020, Isha Davis. Are you there, Isha?
Yeah, I am.
How are you, Isha?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. So over to you, Isha.
I just wanted to say thank you to all the teachers and members of staff that have helped us over the last 6 years. To all our tutors, Miss Deegan, Miss Kehoe, Miss Devricks, Mr. M. Dorn and Mr. Ordorn, and our year head, Mr. Gilshanan. Thank you so much for all the work you've put in. We know all of our teachers have always done everything they can to support us, and we're so grateful to have teachers that care so much. We really appreciate it. And thank you to Mr. Ryan, Miss Dooley and Miss C. Ryan. You've all created such a welcoming and warm environment for us to learn and grow. Thank you. And of course, I want to thank all my fellow 6 years. I've made so many amazing memories and friends over the last 6 years. We've grown up together, and I couldn't have asked for a better group to share these last 6 years with. Presentation Wexford will always have a special place in my heart. You've all made this experience incredible, and one that makes saying goodbye so hard. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isha. Very kind words, and we've appreciated the work that you have done, and Clara has done, and Anya has done as our head girl team for this academic year, as well as all of the prefect leaders in sixth year, and also the MEHL leaders and anyone who has a leadership role in the school. Has Anya joined us, or?
And she's wondering, could Miss C. Ryan just unmute her once more, because she thinks she'll get it working there now.
Okay. Thank you, Clara.
Sorry, Clara, just doing that now. Now she's disappeared from my screen now. Hang on, I'll go on again. Is she under a different name? Do you know? She has disappeared from, I had her there and I unmuted her, but she's gone now for me. Did she go on to somebody else's device?
She's on Fidelma Darlington, I think is the name.
Ah, there, I see her. Yeah, perfect. She should be unmuted now.
Yeah.
Great.
Hi, Anya.
Hi.
Hi,
We
Anya.
finally got you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, a few technical issues.
That's okay. That's okay.
To the class of 2020. 6 special years have been spent together, which initially I believed would last forever. But little did I know, my days at Preswex would be anything but slow. From craft fairs to sports days, bonding activities and TY plays, our time within those walls was more than just an education. It was a place to let loose and enjoy many as a conversation. Looking back on my time here, I feel lucky to say that my opinions or ideas were never pushed away. That is something that makes me proud to be a member of this school. Everybody was free to be themselves, and that remained a rule. But now we must move on to jobs, apprenticeships, or higher education, as it is time to leave behind the welcoming walls of the presentation. Tears will be shed and goodbyes will be exchanged, but this graduation will not signify the end.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Anya, and it was good to make contact with you, so appreciate that very, very much. Just before Clara plays the next, we have 3 surprises coming up, but the first one is a compilation that our music teacher, Miss Mahon, put together. Extracurricular activities in presentation are always above and beyond the call of duty from our teachers and from our students, but Miss Mahon has had and still has a very, very special group of sixthers amongst her choir this year who have had great success, and they've been involved with Nathan Carter, and they've been involved with many, many other groups, and they sang at the Kesh conference and so on, and I'm probably forgetting sure, Wexford's Got Talent. How could I forget that? So, Clara, would you like to play what Miss Mahon has compiled there, please? And then the other 2 surprises after that straight away.
I think you should be able to hear that. Yeah.
Can't hear the sound, Clara.
Is it on the sharing screen, Clara? The little box that's ticked.
I just put it back there now, sorry. A phone started ringing in the house, so I put myself on mute. Sorry about that.
There you go. Perfect.
It goes like this, no more than fit. Might have fallen, made to live. The battle came composing. Hallelujah. Faith was strong, but Charlie needed proof. We saw her pain, and we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So when the sun comes streaming in, as you reach up and you rise again, lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
Thank you, Miss Mahon. Thank you to all the sixers in the choir, because girls, if we were having the graduation properly today, you'd be up there on the stage and you'd be performing. So I thought it was very appropriate that we recognised your accomplishments and your stewardship and, I don't know, life giving towards Presentation Wexford, and we all very, very much appreciate it. And thank you to Miss Mahon as well for all the work that she does with those girls. Clara, can we move on to the two surprises that we have?
Hey, it's Keith Barry here. I just wanted to say a quick congratulations to all the pupils graduating from the Presentation Secondary School down there in Wexford. Have a great future. Stay positive. Stay safe.
Thank you, Keith.
Guys, Nathan here, dropping by to wish all the 6-year students from the Presentation Choir Wexford all the very best in the future. I know it's been a tough year for you all, but thinking of you and all the luck in the world in your future endeavours.
And thank you, Nathan Carter. They're obviously not live, girls, just so that you know, but Mr. Gaynor was working hard trying to get people, so we got a couple there anyway, just to wish you well. Okay, Clara, roll it on there.
Guys,
thank you, Nathan. Okay, Miss Dooley, would you like to go hello up to Kilkenny? Would you like to say something to these girls? I think Miss Ryan has to unmute you.
Yes, she does, yeah.
Now, Miss Dooley.
All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, very good. All right. Good afternoon, and as Mr. Ryan said, greetings and hello from Kilkenny. Today, girls, is a celebration. It's your end of school celebration for the class of 2020. It is definitely one to remember in these very surreal times. And even this setting of me talking to you through the iPad, I never expected back in March that in May I'd be sitting here talking to you. It definitely adds a whole new meaning to being an iPad-ready school. It is a time, girls, to recall memories, your experiences, the good times and the not so good, the days when tears turned into laughter and vice versa. I could recount many memories like you've seen in the photographs of trips away, the bicentenary, ski trips, different shows, TY, all the highlights, the finals, the choir, everything. But I think, girls, you can tell them all much better than I could. As a year group, you were always on a mission, always going somewhere, doing X, Y, and Z. There are many highlights, but there is one which makes me smile the most and encapsulates what makes the class of 2020 so special. One day, a mini delegation arrived to my office asking if they could play some music the next day at lunchtime. I never thought very much of the request until next morning, bright and early, I received numerous reports from teachers and students. Did I realize that there was a student pulling a mysterious black box down the corridor? I was greeted by that famous question, did I actually know what was going on? As Mr. Rossiter remarked that afternoon in his calm way, I don't see what all the fuss was about. They were only playing music and enjoying themselves. It's that sense of I can do attitude, sense of fun, and organizational skills which are the hallmark of your year group. With everything that you have done, whether it's academic, extracurricular, sporting, the choir, and every other activity you've done. You have been amazing and continue to be amazing ambassadors for yourself, your family, and your school. A special quick mention to my exceptional first-year science class, who of course all love science. All was going very well until one day there was nearly a mutiny over cutting up some onions. I ended up with tears rolling down my face. I'm not quite sure if you remember, girls, surrounded by a group of small first years telling me how stink onions were. We lived to survive and to end up taking a break and drawing with some chalk on the cement outside, and even went on to decorate shoes for walking my shoes. You've all come a long, long way from those young girls in first year to the mature young ladies that are talking through the iPad today. I even smiled as I listened last year to some of you giving advice to younger students on a friendship issue. The exact same excellent advice that we would have given you back in first year, second year, and third year. The passing on of advice, girls, usually comes with the end of sixth year. Whether it's in your yearbook, in the concert hall, or at the grad mass, or we pass on little nuggets of wisdom in person. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you the long version, just a short version. So first of all, girls, I would say always be yourself. It's a famous quote, but everybody else is taken. Don't ever cheat the face in the mirror. Girls, always be authentic, as life is just too short. Don't worry about what everybody else would like you to do. It's your life, and life is a precious gift. Always be kind and plant seeds of kindness. They grow and multiply 1,000-fold. Be kind to others, but also remember to be kind to yourself. Keep smiling. It brightens up your day and all you meet. Be very grateful for the people in your life and all you have. I think now more than ever, we all realize how important this is. Girls, enjoy your summer and whatever adventures lie ahead. Looking forward to in person very soon. In the meantime, have fun, keep laughing, singing, and continue to be the amazing group of young people you've always shown yourself to be over the last 5 or 6 years of Presentation Wexford. You are the class of 2020, a unique group of talented young individuals, leaving school in what's turning out to be a very unique year. Slán go fóill and Gunari and Taliv Golair. God bless and thank you, girls, and see you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Dooley. Now, over to the lady that's responsible for your year group, girls, as Deputy Principal, Miss C. Ryan. Miss C. Ryan, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Mr. Ryan. I have to say, I'm emotional looking through everything that's gone before it and how much work and all the memories the girls have. And I have to say, girls, I never thought this is the way I suppose we'd be finishing up the year, but you will be the Leaving Cert class that goes down in history. There is no doubt about it. You'll be wearing that class of 2020 with pride, and nobody can say that they know what the Leaving Cert was like compared to you, I have to say. And well done, because you have been so fantastic through it. All of you that I've talked to, emailed, conversed, you have been positive, and each time I've come off either a Teams meeting or read an email, I've been going away in better humour. So thank you so much for that. I suppose, how do I follow everything that's been said? I would say, girls, congratulate yourselves. You have grown into wonderful young women, and I can still remember you as first years. Miss Dooley was talking about her first year science class. I think I had 2 first year science classes, and that's the picture I see of you in my head. I can see that you've all grown up, but I still see you as the first years that have come in. So I suppose I have sympathy with your parents seeing you still as primary school kids, and I can't believe you're already 5 or 6 years through. You're embarking on a huge new adventure now. Like you were when you started secondary school, but now you are armed with everything that you've learned, everything that bonding experience, and how you've supported one another the whole way through these 5 and 6 years, and will arm you to going forward. I myself, I have to say, girls, I've learned so much from you. I think one of the things, and I can't remember, I think maybe was it Anna that said it, as each year group goes through, we always learn so much. But from your particular year group, I think, you know, you have always looked after one another, had a great sense of fun, great sense of humor, and we're always up for everything. And that brings a real lightness and happiness in the school. And you maintained all of that while being really good role models for all those students, I suppose, from 1st to 5th year, but particularly the juniors who look up to you so much. And I have to say, girls, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you a lot, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in September. But the world now awaits you, and all your energy and your enthusiasm and your talents that you've brought to the school for the last few years are now going to go into the world. The one thing is, I would say, have confidence in yourselves. Think you can do it, because once you believe you can do it, you can. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Asking questions is a sign of intelligence, and it's how you learn. And until you become that experienced person, and remember, everybody that you meet in the world who seems to be more knowledgeable and more experienced than you, they all have to start somewhere too. So remember that. And as they say, fake it until you make it, and you'll be fantastic. Well done, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you. But in the meantime, you've had a tough couple of months, you've come through it, and you deserve, hopefully, that wonderful summer that's coming to us. And I'll see you on September, girls. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss C. Ryan, for those lovely words. So, Clara, who's next? Oh, it's me. Okay. So at this stage, we have 3 awards to give out, and one of them is called the Kesht Award. Then we have the Student of the Year for 2020, and then we have the Principal's Award. So Clara, if you'd want to the Kesht Award, please. Next one, Clara. Yep. So the Kesht Award is awarded to a student that fulfills the 5 Kesht core values of our trustees. And as a student of Presentation Wexford, she strived to achieve the values of promoting the spiritual and human development of herself and others in the school, tries to achieve quality in her learning and to teach others as best she can. She shows respect for every person and recognises that each person is unique, and she endeavours to create a sense of community, giving special care to those that need it most. And she always aims to act justly and responsibly in all her interactions with others and in her relationships. So how the awards work, girls, in the normal circumstances is that we would call the nominees up and we present you with a medal and a certificate, and then we announce the winner. But obviously we can't do that today. But what we will do is that all those girls who are nominated for these 3 awards will receive the medal and their certificate, and the ultimate winners then will receive a perpetual trophy that they get to keep themselves, and then one that's initialed and put into our cabinet in school with your name on it, and then your name goes on to our boards there in reception. Okay, so that you'll be forever immortalised as the Kesht Student of the Year or Principal's Award. So the Kesht Award nominees for this year, just give me a sec because I'm on another device here. So the Kesht nominees for this year are Aoife O'Neill, Claudia Ferron, Valerie Bullivence, Anna Carney, Amy Fitzpatrick, Keevan Gavitt, Abby Devereaux, Abby Beale, Freya Murphy, and Clara Bellbrown. So girls, well done in the nominations. Myself and Miss C. Ryan and Miss Dooley have been thinking hard and long about this over the last couple of weeks. And we've been watching you for the last number of years too. So the winner of the Kesht Award for 2020, congratulations to all those nominees, but only one person can win. So the winner of the Kesht Award for 2020 is Clara Bellbrown. Are you there, Clara?
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Clara. And we look forward to presenting you with your awards when we see you. Okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. The next award, Clara, is Student of the Year. And the Student of the Year is the Teacher Student of the Year for 2020. So each teacher, girls, is asked to nominate one student from the 6-year cohort of students who they believe is unselfish in giving up time to school community activities, is an excellent ambassador for the school, a student who displays integrity, loyalty, and a keen sense of justice, a student who's not afraid to show leadership and do the right thing, a student who wears the uniform of pride and is an excellent role model to others, and has an excellent attendance throughout her time here, and has tried to the best of her ability academically in school as well. So the following girls have been nominated by your teachers for Student of the Year, and they are in no particular order. Actually, they're alphabetically, so they actually are in particular order. So they are Abby Beale, Grania Burry, Amy Boyle, Ciara Bridges, Isha Davis, Abby Devereaux, Anya Fitzgerald, Keevelyn Gavitt, Emily Hamill, Katrina Kinsella, Gabrielle Marin, Megan O'Leary, and Aoife O'Neill. So girls, well done to all of those on your nominations, and we will have certificates and medals for you all. However, there can be only one ultimate winner, and the nominee and the Student of the Year for 2020 is Aoife O'Neill. So well done to Aoife. Is Aoife there?
Oh my God, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Aoife. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you.
We look forward to giving you your award when I see you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bobby, thanks.
You're very welcome, Aoife. And the last award for today, I was going to say tonight because normally it's at night, is the Principal's Award. So Clara, if you do the honours. So the Principal's Award recognises a student that has given outstanding service to the school over the course of their school journey. They have had made exemplary contributions to Presentation Wexford in many of areas. Sometimes this student is someone that goes unnoticed, unassuming, and the majority of people don't know that this student is actually doing that work. So that's very, very important to remember. And they've contributed in excellence, respect, responsibility, participation. They always have a positive attitude towards school, and they're very selfless and generous with their time as well. And as I said, usually this award goes to someone who was very unassuming, but has contributed massively to the school without a lot of people knowing. So the nominees for this award, the Principal's Award, are Grania Burry, Sinead Kennedy, Jane Prendergast, Millie Murphy, Isha Davis, Clarabelle Brown, Anya Fitzpatrick, Andrea Woodburn, and Megan O'Leary. So well done to all those who have been nominated, and the winner of the Principal's Award for 2020 is Grania Burry. Is Grania there?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me.
Hi Grania.
Hi, thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome and very much deserved.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for all the contributions over the last 5 to 6 years.
No problem, thank you for the lovely 6 years.
Thank you very much, Grania. Okay. Right, Clara, there are the awards. What's up next? Is it me again?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no pressure then, Clara, is it?
No.
Okay, so Clara called this Words of Wisdom. Mr. Rolson took this picture the night that we had tours for our incoming first years recently. And as you see, it's mostly sixth-years, and I think one or second-year, third-year creeped in there as well. And as you can see, Clara is sitting in my chair in my office, and I think Mr. Olsen called it the student takeover. So Clara has said that my words are wise, so no pressure there, Clara. But I'm going to keep it short. And I'm just going to reiterate what Miss Ryan and Miss Dooley said. I suppose they knew you since first year. There's two groups of girls in this year group. There's the group of girls who were brought in by Miss Cogley in 2014, and you were little second years when I arrived, girls, in August 2015. And I remember some of you on the corridor, and second years are always a difficult year group, but I remember you. And then there's another bunch of girls in this year group who I had the pleasure to bring into Presentation Wexford in August 2015. You might be small in number, girls, but I know you all. And I think there's only about 7 or 8 of you, maybe 9 maximum. And I've been your principal for the last 5 years, and I've really, really enjoyed getting to know all of you. And I started a process 2 years ago that a lot of people said might have been mad in terms of academic tracking and actually meeting every single 6th year. And I thought I'd only get to meet you once in 5th year, but then I realized that part of the tracking will be to actually meet you in 6th year again to see how you're actually doing. So I feel very, very lucky that I've gotten to know all of you as best that I can over the last 2 years, that I can put a face to a name and to know how you're doing academically and so on. But not only that, but as you know, the conversations we had weren't always about academics and learning and percentages and stuff like that, but was also asking about hobbies and outside life and stuff like that. So I feel very, very blessed that I've had an opportunity to meet you all. And this year you got the opportunity to do it in my office, which seemed to be a big hit amongst you, even though I would have thought that a lot of you would have been afraid to come into the principal's office, but there you go. So what a year, and what a way to end your journey in Presentation Wexford. This week is always one of my highlights in the school year. I was out sick this time last year myself, and I was away from school working from home, and I missed the graduation this time last year, and I missed the muck-up day and so on. And this time it's the other way around. I'm in the building and you guys are not there, and that feels very, very strange. But a very warm welcome to you here today, as I said, but also to your parents and guardians and your siblings who supported you on this journey. I want to thank you girls, honestly, for your behaviour and engagement over the past 5 years with me. I can't speak for Miss Cogley the year beforehand, but the last 5 years that I've had the pleasure to know you, and I'm truly sad that you have missed your so-called muck-up day, the rounders match, the wonderful costumes, the water fights that I got wet in, and your future wish ceremony that we started last year as well. And thank you for being what you have always been to me since I started, and to every other staff member in the school, to me, which is young ladies, and very, very well behaved young ladies. Today is a day of celebration, so I don't want any tears. However, it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to reflect, because this is part of your journey that's coming to an end. But remember, there's a long and exciting journey out there for you, outside of the walls of Presentation Wexford, which we're actually not really in right now, but virtually we pretend we are. We're a very, very small corner of the world, lodged between Grogan's Road and School Street, with St. Peter's up the hill. You know, very, very small part of the world. I've only done 5 years of the journey with you girls, but I can honestly say that I feel very close to you because of that tracking, and I look forward to seeing how you're doing going forward, going out into the world. Where do I start in terms of the last few weeks? Well, it's a couple of weeks that we won't forget in a hurry, 2020. It's been a year hard to fathom, none more so in the last number of weeks. And it's been life-changing for us as teachers, for your parents, for you, and for the whole of society. And you certainly won't forget the year that you did your the year that you didn't do your Leaving Cert, but you got your Leaving Cert results, and that's for sure. And I hope that you will look back on your 5 or 6 years in Presentation Wexford with great memories. When I arrived, as I said, some of you had only started, but I feel that I've done a lot with you over the last 5 to 6 years, and so too have all the staff in the school. The world beckons, guards, remember that. I will miss you all, and I feel blessed to have met you. I know that you have missed the school, and that you will miss the school and the excellent staff and the environment of the school. But in 5 or 6 years, you look back hopefully on the school life with great memories. I'd like to commend every single one of you. I know that myself and Miss Dooley and Miss Ryan have been the banes of your life over the years, and particularly some particular teachers in relation to ear piercings and scarves and shoes and socks, etc. But the reason we do that is to prepare you for the world of work. And I miss the green uniform, very strange, and I miss it around, but hopefully I will see it soon. But I'd like to commend you in the way that you carried yourself for the last 5 to 6 years, but also during the last couple of weeks. And that's very, very crucial. None of us, not one teacher that has joined us here today, or Miss Dooley or Miss Ryan, not one of us can understand what you girls as a year group have actually gone through in the last couple of weeks. We all talk about the pressure of the Leaving Cert, and every single one of us have gone through it, and we're always told that you'll never do another exam like it. But that's true. But we didn't have the pressures of COVID-19. Will there be a Leaving Cert? Won't there be a Leaving Cert? Will there be grades? Will it happen in September? Will it happen in July, etc.? But now you have the answers. So we'll never know what you've gone through, girls, but just remember that we're here to help you, not only now, but whenever you need us. And that is the truth. You've always represented the school with great pride. And for that, I'll always be grateful. I really, really will. To the parents and the guardians out there that are watching, I want to thank you for choosing the school and sending your daughters to us and trusting us to look after them every single day. They're leaving the corridors, I hope, as better young women and well-educated young women and mannerly young women when they came in 2014 or 2015. And I hope that our 5 or 6 years have taught them something. To the staff who have joined us in great numbers today, this massive thank you for everything that you have done for this group of girls for the last 5 to 6 years, and also for the last 2 to 3 months. Teachers, students, parents, but teachers and students in particular have gone above and beyond the call of duty in terms of remote learning in the last couple of weeks. And sometimes we just hear about the bad stuff on the media, and teachers not doing this and teachers not doing that. But I feel that, girls, you have been very, very well looked after in Presentation Wexford by the wonderful teachers that we have. But it's not just about the 6th year teachers, it's about the year heads, the tutors, the class teachers, it's about Mr. Butler, it's about Mr. Murphy, it's about Lorna, Caroline, Angela in reception, it's about the cleaners, it's about the women that work in the canteen, it's about everyone. Every single one of those people have been part of your journey in Presentation Wexford. It's about Mr. Rossiter, God rest him, also. All of those people have been part of what has made your 5 or 6 years. A massive thank you to all that have made today possible, very different than normal, and the amount of work that has gone on behind the scenes. And a massive thank you to all the teachers and students involved, to Clara, Isha and Anya, for getting everything together, to everyone who read today or performed or got music videos ready. Thank you to Missy Ryan as well for all the work that she has done in organising today as well. And the final thanks that I want to say is in relation to your year head, Mr. Gilshanan, who has been working with you for the last 2 years, and to your tutors, Mr. Dorn, Mr. M. Dorn, Ms. Devericks, Ms. Deegan, Ms. Kehoe, and Mr. Gormley for all their hard work over the last 2 years. And finally, girls, one last piece of advice I would give you is look after each other over the next few weeks and months. It's going to be a hard time, and don't be worrying about the Leaving Cert. And the reason I say that is as follows. Don't be worrying about the Leaving Cert results. I, Miss Ryan, Miss Dooley, and all of your teachers have minded you, cared for you, and educated you for the last 5 to 6 years. All of them are professionals, and every single one of them will do their utmost to make sure you get the results that you have worked for over the last 5 to 6 years, but in particular over the last 2 years. I have faith in your teachers and this new process in these unprecedented times, and so should you. So girls, go out and explore the world and enjoy it. You only get one shot at it, and so you must make the most of it. So Clara, if you just move to the last slide, and if people would just bear with me for maybe a minute or two, because we're near there. I'd like to finish with a poem. It's a long one by Dr. Seuss, but one I feel is fitting for today. So if you bear with me, and as you can imagine, as you might remember, girls, from my emails every morning, I'm quite a fan of Dr. Seuss and his quotes, and his quotes are quite good, and they're quite relevant. So, oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the girl who'll decide where to go. You look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And then things start to happen. Don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, but girls, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true. That bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place, I've lost it. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin, but you don't dare to stay out. Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find. For a mind maker upper to make up his mind, you can get so confused that you'll start it to race. Down long wiggled roads at a breakneck pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space. Headed, I fear, towards a more useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting, girls, waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or the waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jack, or a pot to boil, or a better to break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig of curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not you, girls. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing, with banner flip-flapping. Once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of girl. Oh, the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. They're the naysayers. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll have quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go through the weather be foul. On you will go, I've lost it again. On you will go, though the hacking cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as already you know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember, girls, that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Girls, you will move mountains. So be your name Buxom, Baum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Maudite K, Ali Valin O'Shea. That's a mouthful. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mounting is waiting, girls. So get on your way. Ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. I didn't realize that was as long, but I wanted to read it to you today. And if you read it properly, there's a lot of messages in it. It's been a pleasure to have you for the last 5 to 6 years. And I speak on behalf of every single member of staff at Presentation Wexford. Thank you all for your contributions to the school. Remember, we will do our best for you. I hope you've enjoyed today as best as we could do it. And we look forward to seeing you coming in for your lockers over the next few days to clear out your lockers. And on behalf of the Board of Management, on behalf of all the staff, on behalf of the whole community, thank you, girls. Thank you to the class of 2020 for everything that you've done. And we look forward, please God, to see you in September or October, when maybe you're in college and you can come back to mark the celebration in the best way that we can. On that note, on the best notes of Dr. Zeus, get on your way and enjoy it. Thank you, God bless, and enjoy the sun and the rest of your day. That all recorded, Miss Ryan?
Sorry, I'm unmuting. It is indeed. So what we can do is we can share it later with the girls.
Right.
They are unmuted now. They're able to unmute themselves if they want to say goodbye. If they
Girls, if you want to say goodbye, you can. As you're leaving, you don't have to.
Just for the summer.
There must be an after party somewhere.
Oh, I can see lots of faces now that I've put on gallery view. It's lovely. Everybody can wave.
I can see all the teachers, and I can see Megan O'Leary there, and I can see Mr. Dorn, Mr. Walsh, Mr. Lynch.
I can see Nicole and Deemer, Freya. And Cora.
Try reading that poem from Dr. Zeus fast twice or 3 times. that's my test to you all. Now, so are we done?
I think so.
That's it. Thank you to all the teachers that I can see for joining in. Enjoy the sun.
And Miss Murphy wanted to say good luck to all the girls. She wasn't able to make it on, but she said she wanted to say good luck. Miss B. Murphy, girls.
Thank you, Miss Ryan.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 I'm going to flick through the screens, girls. Hopefully you'll be able to see everybody.
Bye.
It's off you.
Yes, we're peace.
Social distancing.
Yeah.
Ava, say goodbye.
Anyway.
See him.
Bye.
Jade fired.
I know, girls, Miss Redmond has said goodbye to all her geography and politics class as well. So.
Bye.
Great, Hamson.
Okay, so I think I'm going to stop the meeting now, girls, and we'll put this up later so you'll all be able to access it. Okay. Enjoy the sunshine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.